What's up? What's up, people? What's up, world? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? It's B&B on the clock. It's your boy, the Coach Raj, man, and my co-host, my guy, my ace boom cool man, JB the Kid One. Cuzzo, what's up, man? What's up with you? I see you got your glass in hand, so we might as well cheers already to the show.
You
You know, we
already
start this
know
on
me.
fast today. We gonna get hot and heavy with it today, boy. What's up with you?
I don't know. I said I don't know. I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Oh man, I'm good, man. I can't complain, man. We here, we on the show. Everybody that's watching and tuned in, thank y'all for tuning in today. But we are here, we are live, and we are ready to go, man. So, all right, let's start off how we normally start off. You know, how was your week, man? Let's talk about your week. Tell the folks what you got going on, what you had going on, how you feeling,
Um,
what's your mental health at, where you at? Let's go.
me, man. I'm on a 4 day. But it's the last day of the 4 day, so I go back into work tomorrow. But it was birthday weekend in my family. It goes up. It looks like until Tuesday. Had everybody. My phone was like off the hook all weekend, just talking to different family members and stuff. I got a little homesick, but that was quickly relieved with the amount of phone calls and video chats and all that. And then my daughter's birthday was yesterday, so you know what I'm saying, we had a little shindig for her. So it was birthday weekend. That was
Gotcha.
it. And the kids on spring break, so now we
Oh,
gotta
okay, okay.
now we gotta entertain them.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, man, that's basically been going on for real, over on this side of the water.
Hmm. Okay, yeah, my week was it was a week. You know, I go on a little mini vacay starting tomorrow afternoon. I'm on a little mini vacay again. I had this plan for like over a year, so I'm on that and I'm gonna chill, relax, kick my feet up, take another break from work, which I need after the weekend I had at the job. So I'm definitely ready for the break. Everybody doing good, kids is good, family's good. You know, everybody's everybody. So you know, last week was Tasha's birthday, which was Saturday. Hope she had a
Mm.
great birthday. Um, so yeah, like you know, I can't complain about nothing. Really happy. And you see, I got the merch on today. Rocking the merch today.
Yeah, me
Uh,
too.
but yeah, man. So we here. We on the clock, as we like to say, man. So the show has started, man. So again, thank you everybody who's watching, everybody that's tuning in. Join us in the comment section. We are definitely here. We will be taking all questions live today. If you got any type of questions that you want to ask, or when we get into the topics, if you got a question inside the topics, please join in. Feel free to comment. We gonna jump this thing right off with our normal. We're gonna jump right into the sports to get it out the way. NFL free agency and major trades. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. It's been crazy.
Yeah, I'm about to say honestly, I don't really think anything else outside the Tyreek Hill trade. I think that was the last thing. Uh, After we ended last week talking about the trades and all that, but I think that was the only major one that was left. And then the Eagles signed Kaiser White, which I feel like is a great signing. Because Kaiser White was a decent player, even though overall the San Diego Chargers defense was not all that, but I think Kaiser White is a nice young linebacker, quick on his feet, all that good stuff. So
We need a
uh,
linebacker.
yeah, he can. He better than Alex Singleton. Put it like that. He better
There
than
you
Alex
go.
Singleton. So I ain't complaining, but like I feel like, as far as the Eagles fan, I feel like we are no longer drafted a linebacker in the first round. With that,
I think we still need to draft a linebacker in the first round. We
I
need a
know we
difference
need
maker.
to.
We
I
we
know
need a
we
difference
need.
maker. We need a difference maker. Like you need a
I know
difference
we
maker
need
at
to.
that level.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I know we need to, but because of that signing, I don't think we are anymore. If we do, it'll be like in the later round. It's not gonna be a first round linebacker.
Got you. Yeah, we didn't touch on Tyreek Hill last week, did we? I can't
Nah,
remember.
I'm about to say, I don't think so because it didn't happen yet.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about that. How you feel about Tyreek to the Dolphins? I think the Chiefs got a haul in return, so I think the Chiefs are about to really rebuild, and they got Juju, they got Valdez Scantling. So like I feel like they're going to draft a receiver still, and they're going to try to draft somebody with some speed to replace Tyreek Hill, and they're going to still be the Chiefs.
Yep.
Now, saying that, who's the best team in the AFC West?
Man, that's hard. But I'm gonna make sure I got my team's record. I don't know nothing about the AFC.
AFC West, you got Denver. Denver, KC, the Chargers, and the Raiders. Go ahead, pick one. Who's your winner?
I'm all about building a defense, and I feel like the Chargers got the better defense or whatever. So
over the Broncos, I think the Broncos. I think the Broncos the most balanced team in that division.
I'm about to say offense. The Chargers was straight because they got Jay Herbert back there. You know what I'm saying? He had that offense pretty decent, but you know what I'm saying, they couldn't really do nothing on offense. They signed or they traded for Khalil Mack, and they got JC or whatever. They got Derwin. I'm about to call him Derwin James. They got Derwin James as a safety. They got J.C. Jackson as a corner. They just signed, and then they got Khalil Mack. They just traded for. Man, I wanted to say they signed they got somebody else too. But that's kind of what we call it. Offensively, most improved. I would have to personally say the Raiders. I just feel like now you have like Josh Jacobs, their running back, is no scrub, and then you bring in Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
And I feel like Derek Carr needed a true number one. Because when he had Amari Cooper, everybody forgot that he was decent when he had Amari Cooper.
You're right. So I got the Broncos though. I ain't gonna lie. I got the Broncos, man. I think the Broncos are the most balanced team in that division. They already had a solid defense. They were missing a quarterback. They got that in Russ. They got the quarterback. Now they got the quarterback. Listen, they got Russ.
I wouldn't be surprised if the freaking Chiefs, you know what I'm saying,
still win it, right? Yeah, it's
the Chiefs. I'm about to say, first of all, and then Andy Reid know how to draft. There's one thing he know how to do. He know how to draft, though. I give him that. So he got some draft picks to work with. Then he picked up Juju and Ronald Jones or whatever,
right?
The running back from the Bucks. So that's a decent little backup too. So I just think all together. But I had to pick. I would have to say out of the AFC West, the best team. I would have to say I like the Chargers. I ain't gonna lie, the Chargers looking pretty decent on paper.
Okay, yeah, I like Denver. I'm going to surprise some people by saying that by picking Denver, but I like Denver. We're gonna move right along. Like I'm trying to speed this up to get to the real juicy part of this show, man. Like we're gonna get into the NBA playoffs. Like NBA playoffs is coming up. Where do you see certain teams falling? Where do you see certain teams being at?
The Lakers are watching from home.
Oh, so now you come around. I said that last week, and you told me LeBron James with a LeBron James led team, they not going home. My man had 39 last night, and they lost.
Bro, they gave up that lead though. I went to bed peacefully.
Yeah, okay? You went to bed peacefully and woke up mad.
I was like, yo, what happened? Like, but that's what I was saying though. Like, LeBron can only do. I expect him to get 35 easy, 40 points or whatever. But I also said too, he's also chasing that scoring title. But there's no way LeBron drops 40, almost another triple double, and they lose. That goes to show, like, Anthony Davis needs to come back a little bit earlier than expected. My personal opinion.
Well, what is it? They got 7-8 games left somewhere around there.
Yeah, something like that. We'll see.
Yeah, so I mean, Sixers took a tough loss last night. Phoenix is a great team, man. Phoenix is a great team. I keep telling everybody I think Phoenix might win it all. I just like Phoenix's makeup. I like everything about Phoenix. I keep saying the Chris Paul difference. Listen, he's the difference. Chris Paul is the difference maker. I say that all the time. People don't understand. He's the point guard.
I ain't gonna lie. As much as we talk about the West, I think the West is kind of already stamped and solidified.
Right.
It's all about the East, though. I ain't gonna lie. The East is looking one of them.
That's the toughest conference. That's the toughest conference right now. The East is the toughest conference.
I won't say all that.
It is. It's the toughest conference.
Nah.
It's the toughest conference.
No,
the star power is in the East. Star power is in the East.
Oh my goodness. All right. All right.
1-8. 1-8 in the East is top to bottom tougher than the West.
What? Wow.
One
Okay.
1-8. Boston.
Warriors.
They 25-3 in they last 28.
I'll give it to Boston. They turned their joint around.
Miami.
They
Tough.
taking some losses.
They taking some tough losses right now. They taking some bumps. Okay.
Taking some bumps. They getting hit over. They getting Will Smith right about now. I mean,
Chris Rock. Yo, the Bucks, the defending champs. We can't forget about the defending champs.
But those be to like the defending champs, like the Suns and the Bucks. Like I would never sleep on them because obviously they're good enough to make it last year. I don't expect them to fall off the face of the earth. So those two teams, but everybody like the West, though, like always been the West. Like even that.
But the West ain't the West no more, man. It ain't that tough over there. Like right now, this East is you still got Brooklyn who is trying to figure things out. Because now main man is back full time, which we'll talk about next. We gonna hold on back time.
Didn't the Hornets just beat?
Oh, they won last night. The Hornets won last night. Kyrie had a horrible game. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Kyrie and all that in a second. You got the Sixers in the East. You got the Bulls in the East. Like the East is the East is a little.
Saying they taking some real questions. Like you're saying it's so tough, right? Because they're taking questionable. It's the games they shouldn't be losing, right? That's what's crazy. But my thing is,
but the Hornets is not a bad team, though.
But 1-8.
The Hawks is not a bad team.
1-8 in the West is better than 1-8 in the East.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Who has the best record in the league? East or West?
Phoenix. That's it.
Okay, where they at in the West? Right.
They're the top seed in the league. They're the best team in the league. Okay, that's one team. But when you go down after that, it's all East.
Who's better than the Warriors on the East? I get
top better than the Warriors is taking some bad losses too.
But yeah, they're going against Western teams though.
You didn't hear what Draymond said today? Like Draymond said it himself. He said we playing bad and I'm playing horrible.
He said I'm playing horrible.
Right. So come on. Like he said he felt healthy, but he played horrible.
I feel like everybody just needed to sit back and wait till the playoffs start. And that's
the playoffs will be amazing.
Yeah, I think the playoffs will be a whole nother level. Playoffs
gonna be amazing, yo. Playoffs definitely gonna be amazing. Let's jump right into Kyrie, man. We're gonna keep moving on this clock. We're gonna jump right into Kyrie. New York passed the bill that allows Kyrie to play in home games. The only games he will not be eligible to play in if they play in Toronto. But other than that, he's eligible to play everywhere else now, home and away, except for in Toronto.
Yeah.
If they got to play Toronto in the play-in, and it's in Toronto, Kyrie doesn't play. Do you think KD and the Nets win that game?
Yeah.
No?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you think they win? Oh, yeah. I still think they win because they got Kevin Durant.
Yeah. And I'm not. If they win, it'll be like, oh, snap.
Right.
Right. But for Kyrie's sake, the Nets better win. Because if they don't win, all the blame is going to be on Kyrie.
We didn't even get that far into the show yet. Like, we didn't get that far into the show yet. Like, let us get there. Like, let us build to that. I'm going to show it, but let us build to that. Like, we're going to build to that. We coming to that. We ain't get there yet.
Yo. Shout out to little man on the
one. The little cuz. We didn't get there yet. We build it to that moment. But yeah, Kai.
Do you feel like Kyrie's a martyr?
I don't think he was the martyr. I just think baseball has way more influence.
What? Huh?
I think the only reason why the bill got passed is because of baseball.
Oh, okay. I see. But I'm saying though, my thing is Kyrie stood his ground. He didn't get vaccinated. And now they passed him to where he can play now. They weren't talking about baseball. Everybody was talking about Kyrie can now play.
Here's the thing. Baseball was on strike. Baseball wasn't about to start.
I'm tracking, but that wasn't the story though.
He was the story.
When it came to baseball though, like you know what I'm saying? Like everybody, we already knew. You know what I'm saying? We already knew all that. But we talking about everybody was like, Kyrie didn't get the vaccine. Now he's able to play. That's all we were talking about. Nobody said nothing about baseball.
But this is why I'm saying that. So I'm gonna explain why I'm saying that. They wasn't going to pass it just for basketball, especially not just for one player.
Trust me when I say I get where you're coming from. I'm
Right.
just saying, ain't nobody said nothing about that being the reason. Everybody's saying talk about Kyrie and being a martyr, and so my thing is he really a martyr or did he just get lucky? Boy, I ask the questions that matter, don't I?
I'm not gonna say he got lucky
Mm.
because I knew this was going to happen. And remember, I said this weeks ago that this was going to happen. I just thought it would happen sooner. But again, it goes back to what I was trying to say. The reason why it really happened is because the Yankees have too much power. When Aaron Judge is not going to be able to play at home games, that was not going to happen.
Not going to happen. I'm with you. I totally agree. I said that to some of my other friends or whatever. I was just like I really like New York is supposed to be like a sports town, period. This is a sports town.
Right.
You mean to tell me New York is not going to have like their prominent athletes, especially when it comes to football? You got the New York Jets, even though they play in New Jersey, but you got the Giants. They play they play in, I'm serious. You got all this football. They have football, basketball, football, soccer. Like you got it all down there. And you mean to tell me like they ain't gonna play? I just felt like everybody's using Kyrie as a martyr. I just say he just got lucky.
So I feel like, basketball has some type of power, but it's only in our culture. It's not in all cultures where baseball is quote unquote America's pastime. So their power and their influence, you got the Mets and the Yankees that are in, especially the Yankees. The Yankees are really America's team. Like Steinbrenner was that guy. Like he put the Yankees on 27 world championships, all that stuff. Like it's no way that baseball was going to start a season and their top guys couldn't play. And now with the Mets spending all the money they spent this all season to make sure they got a capable team too, there's no way New York couldn't pass that. So baseball got the power. They got the stroke. They got the real stroke. Yeah. So that's why I got passed. If that was the case and basketball really had a stroke, that should have got passed months ago. And Kyrie would have been playing. It just shows how much power baseball really has.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. I said that before. I've always said that basketball is America's sport. As much as I love to play this football, but I've always said it's always been baseball. Baseball has been played since the early 1900s, maybe even before that. So, like, just for that, and it's been in America, we made it popular. Right. So, and like you said, New York Yankees. When you think of New York, you think of the Knicks, and you think of the Yankees. That's like when you think of California sports, you think of probably it used to be the Raiders and the Lakers. For real, for real.
Mm-hmm. That's what and the Dodgers. You can't leave the Dodgers out.
No, I'm about to say, I ain't gonna lie though. Dodgers, I would. Okay? I'll give you that. I'm not from LA. I don't really know too much, but I would. When I think of LA, California, what has Stephen A. just likes to call it, I used to always think of like you got the Raiders, and then you got the Lakers. That was it. The Dodgers and the Warriors maybe came later, but I think that's what like after Magic bought it, he rebranded the Dodgers, but that's neither here or there.
All right. Yeah, let's talk about our next topic. We're going to jump into the sneaker culture world real quick, and we're going to talk about Nike and the Kobe Bryant estate. Vanessa Bryant, of course, agreeing on a deal to bring the Kobe's back out. And the first release will be the Mamacita Sweet 16 Gianna Bryant Kobe 6. Listen, as a sneakerhead and as a sneaker fan, that was probably the most exciting news I got about sneakers in a while. Because I was upset when she took them off the market and said we would never get another Kobe. And I'm just happy that they finally agreed on something. And, and we got Kobe's again. We back. The Kobe's is back. That sneaker's coming home. I'll tell everybody who know I need that. May 1st, I'll be locked in trying to get that thing and bring it back home where it belongs at in the collection. But yeah, man, I'm hype about that. It was a great day for sneaker cultures. Like everybody loves Kobe's. I know you're a big Kobe fan, so I'm gonna let you say what you got to say on that.
That ain't really too much. It's about damn time, personally. I was just like, for me, like you said, I was like, I knew it wouldn't like. So I'm a business head, marketing guru. So I was like, for me personally, as much as Vanessa as first didn't seem to wanted to, you know what I'm saying, didn't want to do it, it didn't make sense financially. She got money, we got that. But the point of the matter is, like, you talk about making money after that. Granted, you had body armor that did some things for you, right? Now we talking about the Kobe's, which is the most worn NBA sneaker across the whatchamacallit. You mean to tell me there ain't no more?
So
Now,
the backstory on that though, she did exactly what she was supposed to do.
okay, what I'm saying, all right, so here's me, right? I'm gonna be real with you. Carla can say all she wants, be like, hey, this is what I want to happen after I die, like finance. I don't want you to make another sneaker in my name. You know what I'm saying? After I'm dead and gone, right? Cool.
But
All right, cool.
it wasn't about making another sneaker. So again, it wasn't about making another sneaker. He was leaving Nike. The contract was up. That's why they didn't have a deal signed before he died. He was actually leaving. His brand was being started. Team Kobe was coming out. So Team Mamba was coming out under Mamba sneaker brand.
Okay, so when I'm all right, so Kobe dead.
Right.
All right, Kobe dead. So my thing is like, all right, so like the contract is supposed to be dying or whatever, and Nike tried to hurry but rush that Montbocita sneaker out before the contract was up or whatever. And Vanessa was like, hell no, nah, like the contract is up, we leaving, whatever. And the one was still fresh. Like she had a feeling. From a business aspect, she had to sit in the room and actually think about it like, yo, I'll come back, but this has got to benefit the way I want to do it. Like it got to be on my terms.
Right.
Y'all can't just do whatever y'all want with Kobe and Gianna's legacy. So I think on that part, it was kind of clutch the fact that she was like, all right, cool, yeah, I can make money for this family if I go ahead and tell them like all the proceeds you get to go to the foundation. Cause that's revenue coming in for the foundation. So that's the way I looked at. That's the way I personally looked at it. Like you have to look at the common sense thing. Yeah, Kobe gone. So now you got to start making business moves. I know you were kind of in the back, just chilling. You know what I'm saying, raising the kid. But now, like, you got to make all the business decisions now. So, hey, I expected it like this. I was surprised that all 100% of the proceeds go to the whatchamacallit, but is it now? This is why I have to do research. Is it all the sneakers, or is it just that Mamba Cedar sneaker?
Nah, it's from what I understand, it's all the Kobe's. All the Kobe's.
All the Kobe's, right? So
yeah, and they're going to do and they're going to do the team and they're going to do the Team Mamba. So it's from what I understand, Team Mamba is going to be Dev Book, DeMar DeRozan. I forgot all the names, but it's like 5 players that's going to be Team Kobe.
I'm gonna be surprised if it's throw Jason Tatum in there.
Yeah, I think no. Tatum's already with Jordan Brand. He's already on Jordan Brand. But it's gonna be a nice group. Yeah, I don't really have too much more on that. I really just want to get to this main topic, man. I want to get to what we discussed pre-show today.
Breaking news.
This ain't breaking news. Like the world is already talking about it. Like this ain't breaking
news.
So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna jump right in. Will Smith, Chris Rock. Man, listen. What's your thoughts? How you feel about it?
I'm gonna tell everybody we talking about Chris Rock and Will Smith. Because y'all report to them right now.
Go ahead. Do your thing. You gonna play the clip?
No, I'm talking. No, I ain't about to play the clip.
Oh.
No, I'm about to say, I'm trying to find where I can share this joint at. How do I share this?
What you trying to share? The show? I don't know what you're trying to do right now, but so I'm gonna give my take on it real quick since he's trying to figure out what he's trying to do here. I feel like Will did exactly what he was supposed to do. He defended his wife. You can talk about me all you want. You can have jokes about me. The problem, everybody looking at Chris like, what really bad did Chris say? Chris knows them personally. That was a personal dig. Like, she has real issues with her alopecia and her cutting her hair off. So you knew that was going to hit different. And when you really watch the clip and you watch her, you see like everybody's like, oh, but Will laugh. Was that a real like ha 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 laugh, or was that a laugh like motherfucker for real?
Yeah.
Like, was that the motherfucker for real laugh? And that's what I keep taking from it. Like every time I watched it, because everybody has shared it 700 million times already, I look at it like that was the ha 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 laugh. Like that wasn't the good laugh. Hey, thank you. But yeah, I don't think anything Will did was wrong. Like I don't think he embarrassed himself or anything. He went up there and defended his wife, and he told man keep his wife's name out his mouth. Like, and at the end of the day, I totally agree. Like you can talk all you want about me. You talk about me all day. Don't talk about my wife. Don't talk about my kids. Like don't play that game. We ain't playing that game.
Yo, so here's my take, right? I ain't gonna lie, I had to disappear on y'all, make me another drink. Hey, but here's my thing, like Chris Rock didn't know. So I literally once you had I so me Reggie had called me before we started, and I told him this is what we were gonna talk about, and he was like he had a story. So I literally went on my phone and Google backstory on Will and Chris Rock, right? So come to find out, found a report through TMZ. You know they somewhat reliable. So Chris Rock's inner circle spoke to TMZ, and he was like, you know what I'm saying? After like that whole what you call it, he left or whatever. Like he went to the dressing room and chilled out for a little bit, and then he left. But he was like, he didn't know anything about her alopecia. He had thought that her having a bald head was funny. Now, here's the thing. The only reason why someone believe it because Chris Rock be oblivious to what the hell is going on in the room. He just started making jokes or whatever, and he just hold up, no, listen.
Go ahead.
Because Rock,
throw him a lifeline. Throw him a lifeline all you want. I'm gonna be real about this. Throw him a lifeline all you want. Yo, he knew that was common knowledge. Like that was everybody in the world knows about her alopecia. She talks about it on her show all the time. She's talked about it multiple different times, and she's talked about how it affects her. So even if you my friend, like you say you my friend, come on, dog, like you do. You can tell people that you didn't know. You to make you save face. I ain't know either.
I don't know who this is or whatever. Who's
like
me? Like, oh, for real?
Yeah, that's Cuzzo. That's his YouTube
page. Yeah, what's up? But so that's what I was saying. Like on a station, nobody really know like exactly what he really knew. To be honest with you, I was just saying what was reported out of his camp. Like he didn't know whatever. So two, I'm play. I've seen a lot of conflicting reports, right? So me and Twyla were talking about it because she's like, we do the same thing in public. If Twyla gives me a look, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I know what
what it is. You know what it is when your wife look at you a certain way.
Yeah, so I was like, I watched it. So let me tell you, so y'all, I'm in Germany if y'all didn't know. So I woke up to my phone off the hook. Like everybody would hit me up like, yo, you see what happened? And I'm like, what's going on? I couldn't, obviously, it wasn't too long. The memes, everything was all on my Facebook feed. I didn't know what happened. So I had to find the uncut version. I didn't know, like, people can do something like that. So, two, the biggest thing for me was Will hit. I don't know if y'all ever watched the fake laughs of Hollywood. That's what I like to call it. You do that, ha ha ha. We all do it. It's called code switching, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, you had a moment because Will is not a novice to this whole. I'll be cordial in public. You know what I'm saying? Laugh at the corny jokes. You're in the front row, so you have a job at the front row because the camera's going to be on you, especially when there's a joke made about you. So he already knows he's supposed to laugh or whatever. He's seen that Jada wasn't laughing. Now, in Will's mind, he's already been the meme of the century, right? With all this whole entanglement and all that stuff. So if he didn't do nothing after, and we all, like Reggie said, we all knew about Jada's alopecia or whatever, but her face, that was like one of the sincere moments as a couple. Yeah, they might have their old differences or whatever, However, comma, it's still his woman.
When
And
we
I
in
the
public,
reason why I hated when everybody was like, Will's a sucker because he messed around and slapped Chris Rock, but he didn't slap August Alsina, right?
we don't know what happened behind closed doors with that.
So listen, if y'all really think Will freaking Smith, it's Denzel, Will Smith, Jamie Foxx. Think of that trio, and you had Chadwick Boseman was like close to that door, right? But you think about those people, the Black Power of Hollywood. You really think I wouldn't be surprised with August Alsina with his sick ass ain't making no more music because Will was like, if you work with August, you cut off. Like you don't know what kind of power just because he doesn't go out there and beat up like we would go make a record. He has long money, so he could touch you without you even knowing it. So I was like, when people were like, well, he didn't do nothing to August Alsina. Not that you knew. He went on. He probably went on the. He probably went. He went. Chris. I mean, Will did tell whole TED talk because it looked good to clear his name or to put Jada on front. Now they got out, you know what I'm saying? Now the whole mess got out. Shit, I'm gonna flip it on you, Jada. We about to talk about this on your TED Talk. Now all your fans gonna know what really going on. Like that's and you seen how Will was acting on the table talk. Like he was like, I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get mine. He said like this was no secret. Like he already said, you know what I'm saying? Like so we already seen, as we like to say, the nigga in him already pop out in this whole whatchamacallit. My thing about Will, you've been the butt of everybody's jokes, right? You're literally a walking meme with your teary eyes set the red table talk or whatever. So now you sitting here, Jada like, hey yo, like that's not funny, Chris. Like looking dead at Chris, like, that's not funny. The crazy part is Will, Jada, and Chris was on the whole whatchamacallit tour when they had promoted Madagascar, when they on the Madagascar movie or whatever. A lot of people forgot about that. So now they don't know each other. Which I will say, I would admit, Reggie Woo Woo, that goes to show that Chris might have knew something about her alopecia because they all were in that same circle. However, and another thing too, a lot of people forgot about that corny little joke that Chris made about how it's like Rihanna's underwear and I wasn't invited joke about Jada when she was boycotting the Oscars. Back I want to say 2016, I think it was. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people think like they ain't forget. That's one thing I will say about Will. Will don't forget. If anybody knows how Will acts in the public light, Will don't forget. So bottle all that up. But it all boils down to legit, like, yo, if a comedian I go to, put in my shoes, we go to a little bar, a little laugh comedy club, DC Young Fly, roasting T. Guess what? I'm going to roast his ass back. It's real simple. Especially if T don't like it. Yo, bro, I know you ain't talking. Like, it's, you just trying to get your 50. Nah, try what they like. At least you know I ain't sitting there laughing like with DC. You know what I'm saying? I'm not laughing with him or whatever. And I look soft.
I definitely got still a comment from one of my friends who I watched a TikTok today, and she said this, my homie Tanea, she said this very, very right. She said today's price ain't yesterday's price. And for Will, he showed his wife, listen, I'm not playing about you. Like today's price ain't yesterday's price. Like, and I'm gonna say it just the way she said it. Like, he wasn't playing about his wife. Like, you can play about him, you can make all the jokes you want about him. He was willing to take all them jokes from the August Alsina stuff, all the other entanglements, all that shit. He was willing to take all that shit, the memes. He even reposted a lot of the memes that people was doing to him. He still posts them to this day because he'll take all that as the husband. As the husband, he's taking all that. But what he ain't taking and what he ain't playing about is his wife at the end of the day. He went up there, he smacked the shit out of him, and he told him, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. And he said it multiple times. Listen, as a husband, I felt him on that.
The groupie in me is like, yo, to get calmed down by Denzel and Tyler Perry, though, you got money. I was like,
that's real life money right there.
Consoling him, and I was like, what?
Right.
And then Bradley Cooper reached out. You see, I was like, bro, what kind of money?
Like Stephen A. Smith gonna say he was an embarrassment for doing that. No, the fuck he wasn't. Like
so listen, this is where I say like and this is why I have to play like devil's advocate, or
Okay.
whatever. Niggas ain't loud at the Oscars no more. I just want to let y'all know we ain't loud at the Oscars no more. After that shit right there, I promise you we ain't. Because
listen, we'll apologize to the Oscar committee. He just say apologize to Chris.
But, bro, apology. Ooh, my bad. So did Kevin Hart. You see, his ass never got to host the Oscars. So hey, I don't want to hear about that. Oh, I apologize. Nah, because that don't mean nothing. We ain't allowed in the front row no more. Unless we do a movie and it's good enough for an Oscar.
Well, that's why he was in the front row. He was nominated for Actor of the Year.
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Unless we get, I promise you, ain't none of that. Ain't no more hosts, bro. It's about to be whitewashed as ever now because they want to keep it as cordial as possible, as politically correct as possible. Because they cannot have it. But I will say, here's the thing, though, like, y'all mess around, press the right button, anybody liable to snap. Y'all just think celebrities ain't human no more. That's the problem. Everybody just think, I try to tell people, like, that's West Philadelphia. They ain't got all their screws, you know what I'm saying, put together in West Philly. You know what I'm saying? I thought North Philly was bad, but
listen, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Listen,
I'm gonna say I wanted all the people that are saying Will's a sucker for not like going off on August City, but even if he did go off on August, right? Boom, so he's supposed to still sit quiet after legit. That's like laughing at you, like that's like laughing or making a joke about somebody has cancer and they got a bald head. So like you supposed to just sit there like, oh, like because I didn't do nothing in August, I'm supposed to just sit here and just. No, bro, that's not supposed to happen. You can't like pick and choose or whatever. And like I said, we as like regular people don't know what happened. I believe Will's petty. Personally, Will is petty. Will would do some stuff. First of all, y'all act like he ain't petty when he sat there and had a whole live beef with the original Aunt Viv for how many years? And the only reason why he sat down and talked to old girl because it was good for ratings for the reunion. Like, if it wasn't for the reunion, he probably still would have been talking to Aunt Viv. And she's fake. She's a fake Aunt Viv. Like, bro, like, I feel like a lot of people forgot how petty Will could be. And you're surprised that he went up a slap bull. There's a lot Will could take. And he just, like, he had a breaking point. Everybody like, oh, he's mental. And I always love how they use the whole mental health joint. Oh, that was going morning. Oh, that was going crazy. Oh, wow. He mentally checked out and whatever. Nah, because he went out and partied like ain't nothing happened afterward. The crazy part is, after he slapped the boy, y'all seen his face after he adjusted his suit, went back down, told him what happened. The one that needs a mental checkup is Chris, because I don't care who it is. You don't walk in and slap me, and y'all watch the rest of it. He was like, now we present, or I present the award, or I present the documentary for the award, or something like that. He messed up his word. He might have some mental issues because ain't no normal person for keeping no composure. I don't care if I'm on live TV or not. You just don't slap. That mic. Oh man, that was the sound heard across the world.
That would be Chris for a second, because if it was me, I would have threw that shit clean to commercial. We wasn't taking another award. It would have been throwing a commercial, and I definitely would have had the line of, I don't know if I'm going to be hosting this show after this moment. Point blank, period. And we would have had some words. We would have had some words. Like, it's no way. But I respect Chris. He's a professional. He's a legit professional. He took it. He even joked even afterwards. Like, he took it and kept joking. And then threw it to the next award.
I ain't gonna lie.
He better than me. Better than me.
I'm about to say, if I was Chris, I was like, dang, Will mad in March. Just imagine what he's like in August. I would have said something like that.
See, you petty as shit.
Like that. Ain't no way in. Yeah, it's gonna get real. I want him to fight me after that. After that, I'm gonna get it to where you gonna want to fight me for real.
Yo, he open hand slapped the shit out of him. Though, you heard that shit. You heard that shit on the motherfucking speaker.
I was like, oh my. I probably watched that video about like 6 times, and I was like, this ain't fake. Like, at first, I was like, all right, this is staged or whatever. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, because they're both pretty decent actors, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I was like, all right, cool, this is fake. Then I watched it, and then, so I didn't see when he sat back down.
You didn't?
I watched the edited version, right? I watched the edited version, so I don't hear Will in the back. And then the unedited version, I had to watch it from the Australia cutout. They didn't bleep nothing out. So
nothing.
They was like,
nothing.
I
Oh
was
yeah.
like, oh. And then I had the same face as Lupita in the background. I was like, oh,
Wait.
you're for real.
Yo, Lupita's face was classic. Her
Lupita was
face.
on the bus. Lupita was like, oh,
Yo, her face was classic.
this is really. And the crazy part is like the ooh. Yeah, I don't know if you. It's a lot of small little pieces that was like when he said the first time, and he was like, yeah. I was like, oh shoot, yep,
Yep.
yep. I don't know
Yep.
what else to say, but I'm gonna open the door. Like I hope people in here tuned in. I appreciate not, you know what I'm saying, dropping his 2 cents. But that's what I was trying to do, Rachel. Chris Rock would be out of the loop. Like if you ever peep like any of his stand up, he really
Yeah.
had to do research for his stand up because he really don't be knowing what the heck is going on in the world. Now, if he catch him like off a limb, he always gets his information wrong. Then he goes and backtracks and stuff. Like
Right.
he has a. That's why I said like I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't know because he shot that GI. That's why I say he's like it was a GI Jane joke because
Right.
he didn't get what he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like you keep what he said. He's like it was a GI Jane joke.
Oh no, I heard him. Yeah,
So
that's what I said. He kept it going. Like he kept it going. He kept it
Because he
professional.
didn't know what he did until after he did what he did.
Right.
After he went to a dressing room, he was like, well, you know, Will's wife got alopecia. He was probably like, what's that? And he was like, oh, I didn't know. That's probably what happened. I'm
He
being real
probably
with
did. So let's flip it.
Because
So you
everybody, here's the thing though, because you know this more than I do. Back in the day, Jada was known for having a low fade.
right, always had a low cut.
So for me personally, you know what I'm saying? Chris is like, she just brought it back. Yo, facts, Schwa, facts. Oh man,
Hey, see,
I was like, bro,
yo, see, you funny, right? But that's true though. You gonna slap me in front of my friends? You gonna slap me in front of my friends?
I felt like, man,
What did the five fingers say to the face?
I ain't gonna lie. Dave Chappelle be making a lot of money off his. He has to be because he be trending
that
for
was the
no
most
reason.
classic. That was the most classic line ever. And Will said that shit last night. What the five fingers say to the face? But no, like as a husband, you're a husband, so you know. Would you defend your wife that way, or would you just say let it roll off? Like, especially if your wife looked at you like that. Like if she gave you the look, like you just gonna let this motherfucker talk about me?
I'm gonna keep it a bean. So like, I'm not gonna always say like it's up to like I gotta slap everybody or whatever. But if you were like, oh, like for instance, I'll use this for example. There was a soldier, no name, no blame, female type, and I was once again being me. She started with me. I ended up finishing it. She tried to roast me. I was getting on her. I mean, I'm talking about she messed around. Her tracks were crooked. You could see the little net in her tracks or whatever. She had put that dumb little gel and it was hot in the desert, so it started to melt. You know what I mean? So I'm getting on her, and then I was like, she was like, she was like, God, just got married. It was public knowledge. So she was like, oh, she was like, well, at least I ain't fat like your wife, right? Off of impulse, I went the backhander. True story. Shout out to my boy Johnson. Johnson went to knock my hand down. And I was like, bro, he just saved your life. But I said, my wife, because at the time, Charlie was pregnant.
Right, she's pregnant with Juice.
So I was like, yo, like, so she has a reason, but what's your excuse, right? And so then we start going at it. And I was like, I said, you talking about you? I'm talking about she looked like a loaf of bread. She built different, you know what I'm saying? Like, built like dirty ass long. I'm going in at this point. I don't care. We out there, and anybody knows about anything about the Army. You know, when it's talking about 4 or 5 minutes before formation, everybody forming up. The guidelines getting posted, whatever, and you wait for the commander first time to come out. We in that level. Everybody trying to get dressed right dress. I didn't care. We still trying to get dressed right dress. I'm still going at her or whatever. So that time, yeah, but Twyla wasn't there. There was also a time where it was like I said, it also depends on what the insult is. sometimes you was like, all right, bro, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, what is what it is. However, comma, the Twyla gives me a look, regardless of my act, I have to react. Now the issue is how I'm going to react. Not every situation there's a slap.
Right.
That's what I was getting at. That Will situation, yeah, the boy had to get checked on site. It wasn't apologize later. You know what I'm saying? Like this, it deserved a reaction. That's what I said. Like because like my thing is like you said, like how insecure she was saying about her alopecia back in November, December timeframe or whatever when she cut off all her hair. And like you said, I thought it was public knowledge. I guess everybody except Chris Rock knew that, but I thought it was public knowledge. And so like you mean to say like you really gonna disrespect my wife just like that. The crazy part is, side note, it looked like Chris Rock stuck his face out there for Will to slap.
I don't think he saw it coming. I think he more so was like, he was about to say like, yo, what you doing up here? Like I really thought Chris was about to open his mouth and ask like a question, and we'll just clock him straight off the rip. Like,
no, Reggie.
No.
Okay. I'm not giving it that. I'm sorry. Protect yourself at all times. You ain't supposed to I'm sorry.
Hey, I like what Dion said. If you watch Dion Sanders on Instagram, he said it best. He said, as soon as I saw him walking up, I would have been on the back foot. There's no way you walking up on me and I ain't getting on the back foot.
I was like, the whole situation, I was sitting there like, so you really gonna sit there and let Will walk up on you?
Right.
There's no way. Like he might be cool. You don't think he gonna do nothing crazy on the Oscars? I think that was going.
That was going through Chris' mind. Like he ain't gonna smack me, and he gonna probably say something to me real quick. No, it wasn't no time for talking. Like you just not gonna play with my wife and kids. Like at the end of the day, that's where he was at, and I totally agree with that. You don't play with the wife and kids, man. You can talk about me all day long. Like talk about me, making jokes about me, talk about August, all that shit, like entanglements, all that. You come at me all day long if you want to. Just don't come at her. Don't come for her. I totally agree, man. Listen, I don't really listen. I told everybody, like I tell people all day. Will did exactly what I thought he should do. You show that you're alpha, you defend your wife. Your wife gave you the look. Like she gave him the look. Like, and I don't care how many people said they watched the video. Y'all really watched the video. She wasn't looking at Chris when she rolled her eyes. She was looking at Will. She was giving Will that look like, nigga, you gonna let him talk about me like that?
Hey, Tupac would have shot him.
Yo, I hate the internet. Yo, I hate the internet on so many different levels for that. Yo,
Tupac would have shot him.
Yo, I hate the internet. Yo, I hate you niggas for the internet for that one.
Hey, yo, nah, on some real ish though, like real rap. That's the look Twyla be giving me though. Like for real. Like all jokes aside, that she be like, and it's crazy. Like we actually had a situation where the boy was like tripping at her little house party we was at, and I was like, yo, like we cool and all, but hey, look, like that's still my wife at the end of the day. She has beef, then we have beef. We can talk about it as men later on. If it comes to blows, it comes to blows. But hey, look, at the end of the day, the only issue about Twyla a fighter. So that's the only issue. That's the only issue. Before my thing is Twyla won't give me a look. She'll just start fighting. And then I have to jump in there. That's about it. Outside of that, bro, for real, we ain't really got Twyla's always on go. She's ready to go. Now the crazy part is Twyla will fight somebody in front of me when I don't see it coming. Like I don't see the insult, or whatever. Twyla might see it as a sign this is and then Twyla's on go. For me, I just be like, yo, you good? And she be like, yo, but like usually, Twyla, I really, honestly, I'm usually playing catch up because Twyla's already, what the F you say? And I'm like, yeah, man, hey, my bad, babe. I had to put your business out there on front.
Yeah, man. Listen, hey, he got what he asked for.
I do agree with Reggie though. Like, if Will didn't, even if he just went up there for real, and was like, yo, like had him a little close to close, heart to heart. You know, y'all know them heart to hearts. You're like, hey, yo, I'm saying, like, hey, dead this real quick, or it'll get ugly. Like one of those heart to hearts.
I mean, he could have did that too. I
So
prefer.
if you would have yoked boy up, I'm pretty sure the message would have got across clear.
Yeah. If he'd yoked him too, if he'd yoked him, message would have got across real clear.
Will only about like 6'3". That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Pretty big. If you young boy, you know, bring him closer right here real quick. Hey, yo, this ain't what's about to happen.
He ain't want to mess the suit up. That man on TV, he ain't want to wrinkle his suit.
That man after the slap though. That's what I was like, man.
He wanted to wrinkle his jaw. That's what he wanted to wrinkle. He wanted him to understand.
His I will say though, side note, Will's acceptance speech though, outside of the big quote by Denzel. I mean, because you can hear if y'all listen, Denzel says "love you" or whatever,
right.
And then he kind of messes up his speech. He's like, Denzel told me da da da. But he was just saying like, you really got to sit here while everybody basically talks about you and all that good stuff, and you laugh and smile about it. Yo, fact, it was a public embarrassment and it needed to be handled publicly.
Absolutely. Thank you, T. Absolutely, T. Absolutely, T. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. It was a public embarrassment that needed to be handled in public.
And the crazy part is, like he said, like he didn't about like when you slap somebody. And I was telling Twyla right before we started the show, like when you slap somebody, that's like the ultimate sign of disrespect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't say I'm gonna punch the ish out of you. We say we're gonna slap the ish out of you. Why? Because it's more degrading like that.
Absolutely.
So my thing is like you can't backtrack now. You already in. That's what I say. Everybody's like, well, he should have apologized to Chris. Why he didn't apologize?
What I'm apologizing to Chris for?
On the Oscars. Like, this ain't the BET Awards.
I'm not apologizing. What am I apologizing to Chris for? Help me understand what he needs to apologize to Chris for. Because he smacked the shit out of the man who tried to embarrass his wife? No. Nah. I would have been more mad at Will if he did apologize to Chris.
Yeah. Now that part, I'm about to say, my thing is like, I'm not apologizing for slapping my brother. I'm being real. If I slap little man, Braille, Jalen, if I slap one of them, I ain't apologizing for the slap. I might apologize like, hey, like it ain't got that far.
Might apologize to your parents for it happening in their house. That's about it.
Maybe.
That's about as far as the apology might get.
No, I'm gonna be real. I'll apologize for it going that far. I don't apologize for my actions. I apologize. I got that far though. That's about it. Outside, I can't apologize for my actions after what happened. I just apologize. Hey, look, I probably shouldn't have got that far, but I won't apologize for what happened, like what actually happened. I can't apologize for that. Sorry.
Nah. No way, no how, no time, no. Nah, it don't.
The crazy part is the wound was still fresh, so y'all really expected him to apologize. That's like after you got out of a fight, literally you just got done fighting. You get like 10 minutes down or whatever. You talk to the cops because the cops got called, and you went, well, I apologize to the boy. You ain't apologize after 10 minutes out of a fight? Heck no. But side note, that's crazy how, let me tell you, the Oscars were taken over by Philly. And we have Philly moments all over the Oscars because Questlove won an Oscar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Will won an Oscar, and he's a slapball on national TV. If that ain't the most Philly thing I've ever seen on national TV, I don't know what it is. Outside of Cassidy giving bars to Hitman Holler. I was like, golly, it was crazy, bro.
And Quest's speech was all that. Questlove's speech was all that. If you didn't hear it, I would go on YouTube or wherever you can find it at and listen to his speech. His speech was very moving and powerful. But yeah, Will's speech was powerful too. Like, listen, like his apology to the Oscars and the Denzel quote and all that, like that was powerful, man. Like he broke down into tears. But I mean, he won an award for playing a role of a man who was a powerful man. It was a powerful man. Like,
it's crazy. Somebody actually posted that on Facebook this morning. They were saying like he got a role for playing King Richard, right? he got roped by King Richard, who did take mess from the public, right?
Right.
And then Will Smith does what he does on TV, and it's like it's King Richard moment. And I was like, that's crazy how that works. But
Right. Right, man.
I
I
will
seen
say
a.
that
Go ahead.
I was saying, like, I can't wait to tell this story to Deuce when he over. I can't wait. Like, yo, oh, you watch Ali? That man right there, he punched Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Like,
Muhammad Ali punched Chris Rock. Listen here, man. Like I said, man, I definitely agree with Will. I agree with his actions. I agree with all of it. I was here for it. Like, I didn't see it last night live. I saw the videos like everybody else. Like, I didn't see it live because I don't watch the Oscars. Not something I've ever really watched in my life. So I'm not going to say I watched that show. But I watched those clips. I watched everybody clips. So many people had different angles and different views. And hearing some of what some of the people were saying, like I read some people's statuses on Facebook and on Twitter and how they was like, he was wrong and he acted childish. You ain't never acting childish when it's about your family.
Right.
I don't care what nobody say. Like, there's no way you gonna tell me I'm acting childish when it's about my wife or my kids. Like, that's just not a childish. That's if you've never been married, you don't understand that. You don't understand that part. So if you haven't been married,
hey, so
yeah, if you haven't been married, you don't understand that part. Like, if you just been.
I have a question for you, but I don't.
Go ahead.
Go
ahead. Throw your question. Go ahead. Throw your question. I'm gonna answer. Throw your question. All
right, cool. Let me make sure I get my words right. Cause I have been drinking, so hold on.
Oh shit! I've been drinking too, but throw your question.
If you were in the same shoes as Will, would you have reacted the same?
We talk about me. we talk about me.
Listen.
My smack. Listen, I'm gonna keep it a B.
Hear me out. I'm just saying, right now, like today, right now. Give me right now in the current what you call it,
nigga. Listen. I don't go for her. Come for me. Come for me. I don't care how you want to spend it. Come for me.
Word.
Because my smack, I'd have been trying to put that nigga on his back pockets with my smack. It'd have been one of those smack challenge joints. You know how they got the smack challenge joint? Like, I give Chris a lot of credit. He got a hell of a chin. Chris got a hell of a chin because he took that motherfucker and didn't budge. He got a hell of a chin. But I'd have been trying to be on smack challenge in the suit, trying to knock his head off his fucking shoulders. I think Will was just trying to get his point across. I don't think he came all the way with it. He had enough to make some noise so everybody heard that shit. But I don't think he put all his weight behind it.
Nah. If Will wanted to, I think first of all, if he would have punched the ball, it would have been a whole different story, personally.
So the open hand smack is a sign of disrespect. Like, it's a sign of disrespect.
Facts, nah. Facts.
That's why I said I didn't feel like the smack was. It wasn't to knock his head off.
For Will to be that big, right? And if you look like it didn't look like he put it. Like, I ain't gonna lie though, the ball heavy handed as hell. However, if he really wanted to put the ball to sleep, he didn't
play it.
His point across, like, hey, watch your mouth, because
right.
It should have got real deadly.
Right. That wasn't a I'm planting my feet, setting my feet, I'm going to line off and get you one of these good ones. That was a quick, nigga, watch your fucking mouth. That's all. That was a watch your mouth. That wasn't
one thing we have learned, all security guards at the Oscars are fired.
I mean,
expeditiously.
They
are fired.
We learned from Kanye, you can just run on stage at these award shows.
Kanye came from out back. He didn't run up the step. He was already backstage when that was.
I mean, but that's really where security is. So they should have grabbed his ass before he walked through the curtain.
Out front. Heck no.
Why you need security It's all famous people. Why you need security in the crowd?
No, you said what? What?
It's all famous people.
If anything, we just learned anything is possible anywhere. The
Right
Oscars
now,
are not, they hold on. So let me get this straight. You mean to tell me they have security at the BET Awards, but they don't have none at the Oscars? Why?
BET
Why?
Awards got a bunch of
folks?
niggas. There's a bunch of niggas.
Okay, I got it. Nah, everybody's straight. Everybody
Listen,
cool.
we gonna act right around. We gonna act right around them when we at their awards. We ain't trying to be at their awards no more.
Are we though?
Well, shit. Now I don't know if we ever go back to their awards.
Are we though? I'm surprised they ain't be the security after the Chris Rock monologue that he did back in 2016-17. I would have security guard posted from now on. So what happened was everybody got relaxed. Everybody thought, oh, we just good to be outside because it's, you know what I'm saying, COVID. Everybody got their guard down because it's COVID down. Nah. That's what happened. I'm telling you what happened. Everybody was like, we outside. Everybody gonna act all night. Oh, I haven't seen it so long. Nah, bro. Will was like, security, you're fired. I don't care. You're fired. You're fired.
Yo, security didn't. Security didn't even come out afterwards. Even afterwards, security didn't come out.
Nah, though. Like, nah. My thing is, if I'm them, nah, for real, I seen Will play Ali. I already know he can take. I know he can throw a punch. Hey, so if he really wanted to knock out Chris, he really could have. And then he would have been, I'm the greatest, I'm the baddest. Yeah, he would have hit one of those. So I already know, like, this ain't what he wanted. And the fact that his mom sent him to Bel Air anyway, you know what I'm saying? So, he was getting too much fight. I already know he a fighter for real. So that's not really my issue.
I hate y'all with this. He got sent to Bel Air. Shit, that was the TV show.
Side note, shout out to Bel Air because the ratings are through the roof right now.
Can we talk about that this week? Did you finally catch up so we can talk about that? You motherfucker. yo, I am definitely done with you in these TV shows, bro. Like, did you watch? Are you caught up on Force?
I'll tell you now. Hey, if I'm in charge of the Oscar security, everybody that was working at, hell, I might lose a cameraman. To be honest, I might lose a cameraman.
Yo, did you at least watch Force yet? So we can talk about one of these shows.
Yeah. I'm gonna call them Force.
Okay, we can talk about Force. We're gonna finish this topic first, but I just want to make sure you watch something, because Lord Jesus, you was killing me last week.
Yeah, I'm watching Bridgerton now, season 2.
I don't watch that, so I don't even know what that is.
I'm sorry. It's a good show though.
It's a good show. Okay.
Yeah.
But back on topic, like, so yeah, security dropped the hell of a ball. Like, I'm gonna go back to Nas' comment. Yeah, security dropped the hell of a ball. Like, they dropped the ball. They didn't move even after he went back to his seat. There wasn't no security in his seat.
First of all, I ain't gonna lie, no security. Will Smith just smacked the hell out of freaking Chris Rock. You can fire me. I got my check for the evening. Like, I'm good. Like, I did what I was supposed to. And all the ushers, they probably nervous. They don't want to talk to Will no more. They want to ask Jada she wants something to drink. Like, are you thirsty? No, I'm good now. I'm all right. Man,
listen,
I want to interview Lupita. I need to talk to her.
Her face was classic.
That's what I need to talk to. Lupita.
Her face was the best.
What really happened? You had the ear. So what really took place between Will and Jada? What they said?
Right. What was the statement that was made that really got him to get about that seat? Because it wasn't just a look. She had to say something. We only got the look.
I know what she said, bro.
What'd she say?
Tupac. That's all he had to say. And he got up and he was like, all eyes on me. Pow! Straight like that.
Yo, Tupac though? Tupac, that's what she said was Tupac?
That's it. She had what you gonna say? She didn't say entanglement. Oh, know what she said? No, I know you know what? Take it back. She probably said August. She probably said August, bro. That's probably what she said. I would have been hot too. She probably said August. That
really
probably red.
Really? Like that's what y'all think she said? Yo, I keep saying, I really keep saying this to everybody. We don't know what energy he had for August behind closed doors, man. I'm not gonna say he didn't have.
Will
I'm
is
not
a
gonna.
boss, bro. He is Mr. Black Hollywood. Like, you really think he ain't? If August sick ass ain't making another, man, I loved it. He's done with all that. It's a wrap, bro. That is going.
Did you
That's
hear the
going in.
song though?
That's going in the locker. Okay, that's gonna be that last performance he did at the BET Awards with Chris Brown and Trey Songz. That's his last. I promise you that.
Yeah, listen. I don't know, man. Listen, I think something happened.
That's about it.
I definitely think something happened behind closed doors between them two. I think it was some words exchanged.
But the crazy part is, like, for real, yo, like, so everybody like, why didn't that thing off? They were on a break.
It's the other part.
Everybody like, well, he had all. He was on a break. So, like, my thing is, like, you really, like, what can Will really say? The only thing Will was mad about is that he probably already knew Jada was doing what she was doing, right?
And Will was probably doing what he was doing.
Not even that. He was just probably mad that it got out. Because
I've been saying that for the longest.
Their love life has been kept under wrap for how long?
I've been saying that for the longest. He was upset about it getting out. He's done his shit too, and his shit don't never come out. His women don't say nothing. They stay in their place. They stay in the pocket.
That's why he had to get on TED Talk to flip the table on Jada. Granted, he became a meme in the whole attainment thing too, but like my thing is like, yo, Will, like side note, bro, like you really sat here and you're just mad because like it got out and it was August Alsina that was friends with Jaden, which is your son. So your son's homie smashed your wife. That's what you're really upset with.
Shit. But you already knew that. Poor movie shit.
But you already knew that though. You just wanted to keep it under wraps. Like Jada had her phone while y'all was separated or whatever. Y'all mess around, reconcile, whatever. But now that it got out, now you got to jump in front of it. But now it's too late. Internet took off with it, whatever.
They ran with that shit. I got you. We're going to pop it right up. There you go.
He shouldn't have energy for August. But bombing Jada, he should have got at Jada. At August for using his wife as an album rollout and using him and his wife conversation as a mixtape singer.
Yeah. I agree.
Hey, I promise you though. Hey, I really think because Will got long money, something happened behind closed doors. There's no way that goes untouched. I'm sorry. There's no way. Will got Independence Day money. I mean, like, there's no way that just goes out the door. If somebody is like, hey, look, cool, do what you got to do, but hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Will was like, hey, make sure he ain't got his medicine that he needs.
That's got harsh there, B.
Or hey, look, or make sure his sister, I think it's his sister. Make sure his sister's taken care of. Or whatever, and make sure they see that it was my name on the check. I would have been salty. I would have been petty. Facts.
Yeah.
Hey, ask him how much money he made off that joint.
How much of a check he got off that joint? What was the numbers?
I don't know, but he's still broke.
Listen, he ain't got Will money. Ain't too many people that got Will money.
But yeah, I just disagree with everybody saying, because I feel like you said, everybody that's married or hell, I say even in a relationship, if you really say you down for your significant other, female or male, if your significant other gives you a look, you should already know what's popping with that look.
You know what time it is if that's really your significant other. Like if y'all are really together, you know what time it is. You know when that look come out. That's almost like the go home look. Like a motherfucker ain't really gotta tell you they ready to go home. Like they give you the look, and you be like, "Are you ready to go?" I've been
Nah,
ready.
I ain't gonna lie. Jamar misses that look
Oh
every
shit.
time. So I look like it's time to go home. And she give me that look. I'll miss the look that she'll shoot me a text. That I'm ready to go home. And then next thing you know, that I don't move fast enough, so I'll just leave me there. And I'm
Uh-oh.
like, it's like it's time to go home.
Uh-oh, here we go. Uh-oh, here we go. We're
Oh,
gonna add a brother in. Fat Charles. Hey, cuzzo.
Yeah.
Hey, gang, what's up? Welcome to the show. For everybody who
Bam
don't
Bam
know, this is
Podcast,
Coach
man.
Nye. This Coach Nye coming to the show, man. I had to send him the link so he could join in real quick. He was in the comments, and I said, no, we're gonna get his voice over here today.
I always gotta, show y'all support. I mean, Bam Bam Podcast, gang.
Right,
Black
right.
Podcast is united. You know how we do.
That's right. Black
So,
Podcast United.
I had to jump in the comments to make sure the conversation stayed live. I was hoping somebody would come and disagree with me.
Nah.
Not because I wanted to get into anything, but just spark the conversation and get shit going. So you know what I mean.
Absolutely,
That's all.
absolutely.
Keep the energy and the feedback on. Because I mean,
Bro, you at work?
like I told y'all before, I'm done with the Smiths. Yeah, I'm at work, man. Fuck this place.
But
They
potting
don't
is
fuck
a
with me.
real job. Potting
They
is
don't
a
fuck
real
with me.
job.
You feel me? That's where I'm trying to get to. So you know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
Some
Me
got to be
too.
sacrificed. You know what I mean? Do
But
it
yeah,
on
go
their
ahead. You
time. They
said you're
be
done
all
with
right.
the Smiths. I mean, give
Yeah,
your opinion.
I've
Go
been
ahead.
said that. I ain't got no
You said
opinion. I'm
that
done
for
with the
years.
Smiths. They're not gonna get no more of mine. They're not gonna get no more of my energy. They weird. They do weird shit. So I'm not going getting all the way into it. Like I said, the only thing I was saying is the whole thing when people's like, "Oh, I hear that energy for August." Like whatever they did is what they did. He said he co-signed on that. That's fine. Again, that's they shit. I ain't getting into that. But using our personal information as your album rollout, yeah, that's where the issue should be. Because that's actually disrespect towards me. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what happened between you and her. You know how we get down, like how Reg said. You know how even if I'm getting down with other bros, that shit ain't never seen the light of day for a reason.
For a reason.
So you already know how we get down. You've been in the midst of it. And now you're gonna turn around and desecrate that. You're gonna turn around and disrespect that. You know what I mean? The little silent agreement we got just so you could sell an album. You not like that, nigga. Your shit not about
Right.
who was asking for that album in the first place. But you knew that.
Nobody.
You knew that demand wasn't high. And you knew you was on there with Angela Yee gossiping ass. So you gave the people what they wanted.
Yeah.
You gave
My
the
point,
people what they
my point.
wanted, which was dirt on Will Smith, and they haven't had dirt on Will Smith, actual concrete dirt on Will Smith and Jada for
But
what, the better
listen,
part of a decade?
Yeah.
and y'all remember August Alsina was radio silence for how long, right?
This is what I'm
And
trying to say.
he made it an interview. Next thing you know, he had a song come out about the called Entanglement. Like
Entanglements, that's the joint I said that Rick Ross got on. Yeah.
yeah, I'm saying like he did a little 15 minutes of fame. We ain't heard from August ever since.
Because his shit not like that, bro. Like you said, it's we is and I love it. And the remix. That's it.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know
Look,
nobody else that sing another
I
August
ain't gonna
Alsina.
cat though. I ain't got that many tattoos, but kissing on my tattoos, though, that joint bump though. I ain't gonna flip. That joint bump though. But I only got three. But
But I don't I listen, I just haven't been around where I've heard somebody in the car play more than three August Alsina songs. And not even three, bro.
that's what I'm saying. Like I was telling people like,
First
y'all know
joint dropped
August
like in the
Alsina got
heat of
three
it.
songs. He got three
Yeah,
songs.
so
That's it.
that's what I'm saying. I ain't hear more than three. So I get it. He used them as a prop. He used them as an album rollout. That's really what he did. And in that case, that's why I'm gonna have, if I'm will, I'm gonna have an issue with him. Because otherwise, you know, to use a pimp colloquialism, you don't check the pimp, you check the hoe. If your issue is another man sleeping with your wife, you got to take that up with your wife.
Not the nigga.
You know what I'm
But that's
saying?
where a lot of niggas get this shit wrong at. They take it up with the nigga. The nigga don't owe you nothing. It's
He
your
don't.
wife who owe you the respect.
He don't. I
It ain't
mean,
the
in this
nigga.
case, I could see how people construed it like he owed them a little bit because he was in my crib with my son benefiting off of my money. But nonetheless, your issue would still have to be with Jada because she allowed it. No matter how many advances he might have made, your wife signed on, your wife agreed. So the issue should be with her. But like, again, they have their relationship thing that they move in their own way. So I ain't, like I said, I ain't trying to get on that too much. But the fact that you took that information and made it for sale, that's where I could see Will having a direct issue with August. In fact,
Right.
that would have been the perfect time to say, keep my wife and name out your fucking mouth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At that point in time, and that's just me, I would have handled it different. That would have been the time when I said, keep my wife name out your fucking mouth. Don't do no more interviews, or like Jamar said, that money long is fitting to flex on you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That was my thing because like
just drop your little nut ass album, take that song where
yeah.
you referring to her off the fucking album, or you not gonna eat no more, and then you gotta rock like that.
Like you said, I like how you said he had Rick Ross on it. You put Rick Ross on the joint and make no money.
I mean, I don't know what kind of money it made. I don't know what kind of money it made because you know what I'm saying.
Telling y'all, it ain't go nowhere. It didn't make the top 60. Like it didn't go nowhere.
I mean, it's a corny ass song,
bro.
It's a corny ass song. So and we're gonna stop acting like Ross is a great rapper, but that's another story.
That's another day for another time. It's another day for another time.
For another time. Call me back when you want to have that discussion.
Y'all ain't gonna do Ross.
You want to have that discussion? I'll definitely show back up for that, and I have the energy for that conversation. But no, like you know what I'm saying? Like don't disrespect me like that, bro. Don't disrespect me like that, little bro. Because now I got a big bro. You feel me?
Got a big bro you in that moment.
Yeah, a big bro you on that because you was out of line, taking in-house outside the house.
Yeah. That was my only beef with the whole August Alsina thing. Like he got a little 15 minutes of fame and nobody said nothing about him getting his 15 minutes of fame off of that. That was my only issue.
I like that shit either.
You do you, I do me. I ain't got it. That's not the issue. The one y'all been so private for 2 decades, right? We've heard rumors, but ain't nothing come out of y'all two mouth about it. Y'all been on hush, and now
y'all got to go on and do red table talk. And
you know they got separate publicists, right? So Will's publicist is like, hey, flip this shit on Jada and make her look stupid. So now
but he the one that still ended up looking dumb at the end of the day because you saw his face during the conversation.
That's because Will, I'm gonna throw him some tears and think it's gonna win me over. Like, bro, we passed that.
No, I don't think that was him acting. I think it's like, imagine if you and your wife, because we all married. So imagine our wife do some shit, right? Mm-hmm. Whether it was when we was together or whether we were separated. Mm-hmm. We find out about the shit. We decide, you know what, I love you. We're gonna work through this. We're gonna get past this, and we're gonna stay together.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then the motherfucker she did it with comes out and tells everybody.
Motherfucker playing in your face. Motherfucker playing in your face.
Playing in my. Thank you, cuz. You know that's my line.
Motherfucker playing in your face. Don't play in my motherfucking face. That's all I got.
Motherfucking face.
So, all right. Let's say his tears are real. They weren't tears of sadness. They were tears of anger. They wasn't tears of sadness. They was tears of anger.
I agree. I'm a man that I gotta go through because you're like all over again. Because even when
you go and be like,
nah, he wasn't paying a little bit because it's like you gotta think about it, right? Like he even said it during the joint. Like we already had this conversation. Now we just have to do it in front of y'all. So all the shit that you felt the first time when y'all had to have this conversation, when it was raw, when it was real, when it was in the moment. Now you gotta go take out in front of everybody else for public spin. Man, you start off angry because I can't believe this dickhead put me in this position. Now I gotta go talk about this shit in front of people. But somewhere in that conversation, you actually remember feeling played a little bit. And you actually remember feeling hurt a little bit. And that shit started to show on his fucking face. Like, God damn, this is embarrassing.
Especially when she said the whole entanglement shit, and he was like,
"You saw how annoyed he was with that word, yo."
Like, no, you had an affair, bitch. Like that's not entangled to nothing. Like, you had an affair.
I ain't gonna hold you.
We men. Anytime we tell our women, anytime what it was now, say what it was. Feeling away.
Yeah, say what it was.
I gotta give it to Jada because I ain't gonna lie, my dictionary ain't that. My thesaurus ain't that big. So like, you even tell me as a word for cheating, that's what I was like. I was like, you entanglement sound a whole lot better than cheating. Like, hold up,
right?
Entanglement, you got all that. So that's where I was at. Like the whole interview. I would say it's
She
Will.
was prepped.
She was
Yeah,
prepped
yeah.
well. She was
But
prepped
here's the
well.
thing about Will was so more so like you said. I don't think he was mad at August.
Nah, he
I
was
don't,
that bit better
No.
than him.
because here's the thing. I think we've all heard the control your hoes. Like I think we all heard that expression. Like right.
Facts.
And so like at this point now, that's how Will's feeling. Like, hey, like you said, we had this is our second time
Handle your
talking about it.
business.
And because now Yo Ho is out here talking about how he fell in love when he wasn't supposed to fall in love. Now, so that's why his publicist is like, hey, yo, Will, check this out. Look at August said. Hey, this is what I want you to do. Tell Jada you gonna meet her on the red table talk. Y'all gonna put this out here in public and flip the script, whatever. Now his tears, whatever, he angry, whatever. But I ain't gonna lie. I'll be more than thrilled to be on the red table talk because this ain't gonna have me out here
Yeah.
looking bad. This is gonna have Jada looking all kinds of hoes at this point. Cause you on break, you open for your son's best, not best friend, but your son's friend. That's why I would, if I will, or your son's friend though, in the house though.
Ain't he
That's
supposed,
how you feel.
ain't he supposed to be like another son?
And that's what
He's
you
supposed
feel. Hey, auntie, I would have came at her. Okay, I would have came at. He didn't do it right. He ain't do it right. He was too politically correct for me.
I
But
mean,
that's what I'm saying. He
but
couldn't
what
do it
does
right because it's something he wasn't trying to do.
right? I'm about to say. So
So
what
about
does
the
him coming
situation
at
and
her
compromise.
accomplish? Like, what does that
He was
accomplish if he
emotionally
comes at her?
Yeah,
compromised.
was it
Yeah.
accomplished?
Yeah,
Because
what
now, like y'all said, because Will look like he just got played. I didn't get played because I'm on break. If I'm on break, bro, you do you to me. The reason why you
Facts.
look played now is because the boy out here making songs about it. That's why
Facts.
now. So now he has to come out here and clear the air. He's not played. He's played because
He's
of the
not.
song. So now he has to come on here at public TV. If I gotta come on public, you gonna feel all what everybody thinks is really happening behind closed doors. He spared Jada on the red table talk. That's what he spared Jada because it could have got a whole lot. Y'all seen a little
He
glimpse
could.
of it. He was like, I'm gonna get
He
mine.
could have.
I'm gonna get mine. Y'all, he almost came out. He almost came out. We almost had Will. He was this close. I was like, yeah, Will. That's what I want to see. Then he went back to his dumb little shell butterfly shit. And I'm like, bro, what happened?
But see, here's the funny thing, and I'm gonna say this because, like I said, I don't want to get into the Chris Rock shit like that. But that's the same spirit of protection that caused him. Once you said like he got the look from her, like oh shit, I gotta do something. Like whether that was a nervous laugh he had or a fake laugh he had, or whether he thought
That
the
laugh
shit
was
was
fake as
initially
shit.
funny,
That laugh was
whatever
fake as shit.
whatever that is, we all saw that she turned and looked at him at some point. The cameras flipped back to Chris Rock. Next thing you know, this nigga is on stage.
Yep.
So we've all been in rooms with our wives where our wives have given us a look where they need us to be the men in the situation and handle the situation. That's how he chose to handle it. Whatever. I ain't getting into that too much, but just to say, the same spirit of protection and protecting your wife that made you feel like you needed to go up there and slap a motherfucker, whether it was hard slap or just, hey, pay attention.
Check. It was a check.
Or,
It was a check slap.
Whatever it was, whether it was that or it's, you know what, Jada, you want some bullshit and I'm gonna go do this shit with you, but I'm still not gonna air you all the way the fuck out. Same level of protection, it just looks different.
Okay.
Because you're protecting your wife because you could let everybody know she a trollop or whatever you see her as, tramp or whatever you want to say she is, right?
Whatever words you want to use.
Whatever word you want to use, whatever the synonym, like you said, the thesaurus. Whatever you want to pull out to put out her dirt in comparison to the way you've been carrying y'all open marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could do that and you could win, but he keeps in mind, and we said this even when he was looking goofy on Red Table Talk, this man really loves his wife. Say whatever you want about him, but that man really loves his wife to the point where he willing to look like a fool on her behalf. Like Cuz said, he willing to take all them arrows, say everything you want about me,
Take the
even
L's.
if it's on her behalf. I
I'ma
will
take
take
'em.
every single L. Just don't throw none her way. So even he refused to throw them her way, no matter how much she earned it.
How much he wanted? He probably threw them behind closed doors, but to the public, he's not
Yeah,
throwing them
but
fucking
that's what I
L's out
mean.
there.
That's what I mean. That's literally what I mean to the public. Because again, people have been saying shit for the longest. You know what I'm saying? And he never directly addressed it. It's just the fact that you know what I'm saying. This happened publicly, and as y'all say, it happened publicly. You address it publicly. You do something to me in public, I'm gonna, you disrespect me in public, you disrespect my wife in public, I'm addressing you in public. I'm not going to no back room to have that conversation with you or whatever, what have you. But that's the same reason why he ain't put that girl out there in public, because he don't believe in publicly embarrassing his wife, whether it's another person doing it or him. Protection.
Right.
I have a question for the script. Since I love this whole protection vibe we on.
Okay.
Do y'all believe if your wife is wrong and she did you wrong, you still gonna protect her?
You gotta protect yourself.
I always do.
Well, had that conversation at home. That conversation is at home that you was wrong, but in public.
No, listen, I'm not talking about. There's been plenty of times, right, that me and Twyla both been wrong, whatever, and we spared it. But like, hey, Twyla, I told you we brought the bottle, whatever. No, you didn't. We get there, whatever. And like, instead of like, Jamar forgot the bottle, whatever, he left it at the home. Like, he spared me the embarrassment. That's a whole different level. I'm talking about on a grand scale like this, right?
Right.
Like, she did you wrong or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because the issue I have with the whole Will and Jada thing is Jada tried to play damn. The interview was on so good until she hit me with that entanglement song. When she hit me with that, all bets are off, bro. So what you're not gonna do. Now, for real, bro, like, you ain't gonna sit here and make up a word for cheating in the public and have me out here looking stupid. Now I gotta sit here and play catch up to cover me. Now it's about saving me, because Will Smith is a brand, believe it or not. So now I gotta sit here and save face for me and the brand.
That's the whole reason why he did it the way he did it. He still protected her. Off camera, they probably had a totally different conversation off camera.
You got to keep in mind, his brand. Hold on, Cuzzo is right.
You gotta protect the brand. You gotta protect the brand because she's part of the brand.
Your wife out there, there it is. Aaron, your wife is not protecting the brand.
It's not protecting the brand.
You made your brand. Right. Will Smith made his brand about family.
Right. His brand is
used to just be about his movies, but now this older Will Smith, his brand is about his family. So to go out there because your wife tried to play in your face, and you gonna decide, all right, gloves off, I'm undressing you, bitch, right here, right now.
No, you can't do that.
He tarnishes his brand.
He kills the brand.
So yes, he's the butter jokes. Yes, he was the butter jokes, but you got to remember how many people he actually won over by doing so.
But you got to realize, like, everything leading up to that whole incident was they was taking trips as a family. They was doing this as a family. They were celebrating birthdays as a family. Everything was supposed
even when they wasn't together.
Even when they wasn't together, everything was a post about family. They were still posting as a family. So he can't go on there and be like, bitch, like you cheated. Like, bitch, just say you cheated. Like bitch, like just come out and say you cheated, bitch. Like he can't say it. No, what he said was just say the entanglement.
Say what it was.
Say what it was.
So,
but see, here's the thing. That's not killing the brand though. It's not killing the brand.
That's what I was saying. Will Smith had a moment,
but that was all it was. See, because a normal nigga would have said, "Bitch, you cheated. Say you cheated. Bitch, open your mouth and say you cheated." Like he would have kept going with it. A nigga would have kept going with it. Like kept
until
going
she said it.
Until she said it. Like he gave it a listen. Say what it was.
Stop playing with me, yo.
Stop playing with me. Say what it was. Oh, you're not gonna say it? All right, we're gonna keep going then. Like we're not gonna say what it was.
Exactly.
I appreciate y'all humbleness. I really do.
I'm telling you what Will did. I didn't say what I would do. I said what Will did.
I'm not
Wait.
This right now, and I ain't there yet. Because like all this humbleness y'all preaching.
No, that's Will.
We talking about Will Smith.
I'm not talking about Reggie Boston.
He's saying entanglement. I'm up from the table. This interview is over.
That shit was over. I was walking away.
I done flipped the table because now you playing in my face. I thought we was coming together to do it to save the brand.
No, I get what you said.
I thought we was on damage control.
But then I get what you said.
No, I get what you said.
I was saying like Will played it smart to protect his brand.
Right, he did.
I feel like Will at this time, like, all right, so boom, he had his moment. Because I don't feel like y'all said, well, behind closed doors, they talk. You can tell that wasn't rehearsed. Because for her, when she said entanglement,
That nigga whole face changed.
That was
His
exactly
demeanor
what
and everything.
was supposed to happen. That was
Right.
exactly what was supposed. And what the hell was it?
Right, because she wasn't supposed to say entanglement. She was supposed to say she cheated. That's why he went next to it.
I don't even think she was supposed to say she cheated.
that. No,
Yeah,
she was
I don't
supposed to say. She was supposed to just say she slept with August.
Right. There you
That's
go.
it.
That's it.
Slept with, had a relationship, whatever.
She messed around and said entanglement. Will was like, wait, hold the whole time out.
Wait, where that word come from? What part?
And you know why?
Where you find it in the dictionary?
But here's the real reason why that entanglement was a problem. Is because again, everybody's saying, "Oh, she didn't cheat. She didn't cheat. She didn't cheat." They have an arrangement. They have an open marriage, and at that point in time, them two were separated. Cool. So then you shouldn't need a word to cover up for something that's fair game.
Right. Exactly.
So if you needed that word, that means you in your heart feel like it was wrong.
That's what I was getting at. That's the point I was trying to make. Like, obviously, you got, bro, spelling, ain't nobody, I promise you, ain't, in the words of Kevin, not Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, in the history of niggerdom, right? There's never been an entanglement ever, right?
Never.
Like, ever. I never heard of that. As I'm watching it, and the crazy part is, like, if y'all, I'm a big thing on my body language and interviews. So when you watch it, like, Will was like, what? Like, what? Like, his whole face was like, wait a minute. And that's when all bets are off. So I think it was supposed to be an amicable interview. Like, it was supposed to be an amicable interview. You put everything on the table. You just try to get ahead of the story that's being put out on Twitterverse or whatever. Now it's Jada versus Will at this point. And Will's like, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect Will Smith, the Will Smith brand. Forget the whole family vibe or whatever. Because
but you can't.
But listen, here's the thing though, because who's to say like this? You see, Jaden and Willow ain't saying nothing. I feel like ain't no way Jaden ain't know what the heck was supposed to go on. That's why he declined to comment. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this point, everything is off of Will because Will is blindsided that August Alsina, who he met, had in his house, is over there doing it. He was blindsided by all this. Like we always saying, they probably discussed it and like figured it out off camera, but now that's being like now it got leaked out in the story and it's real. How are we supposed to get into? How are we supposed to do this now? Like how are we supposed to? And now like you and we let's go to the red table talk. Let's talk about it. That's
like
not
I said,
red table talk. As much as everybody wants to believe it's rehearsed, it ain't rehearsed.
No, that wasn't rehearsed. That wasn't rehearsed at all.
That's why everybody loves red table talk because it's
most of them aren't.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, somebody commented. Oh, we got a bunch of comments here. I had to run away. So my man Russ, what my man Russ say? Big Russ, how you doing, bro? Sometimes you gotta make the example. All right, I mean, yeah, sometimes you do. Tony.
What up, though, Tom? I told you I ain't picking no sides on this issue because I don't give the Smiths too much of my energy. If my boys wasn't talking about this shit, you wouldn't hear me talking about it either.
Tony had another
just here to support the podcast. Sleeping around wasn't wrong. Who she slept with was wrong.
Yeah,
that's a solid point. That's a solid point.
All right, here we go. We got a woman. Here we go. A woman comment. Let's get it.
Hey, shout out to Sade. Hey, she my best friend-in-law.
A woman was gonna say that. I knew it.
He never mentioned Margot Robbie until it got busted out.
Oh, he never mentioned none of his chicks. We not
at all.
And they don't mention him.
Thank you.
So there was no embarrassment because his chicks don't come out and do that.
Thank you. Just because people could put 2 and 2.
Here we go. Her next comment.
Sade, talk to her, Sade.
And she knew about it. She knew about it. If he's taking her on a family vacation, she knew about it. And here's the other part to that. Here's the other caveat. She still didn't open her mouth.
Can I add another caveat on top of that?
Go ahead, bro.
She wasn't there as a friend of his
Right.
Hey,
family.
Sade got another comment for Reggie. Hey, I want you to go ahead and hit that, Reg.
I gotta
Go
hit
ahead.
Russ Cobbin first. Russ Cobbin came up first.
Sade, I got you, bro. They
I
ain't
got
gonna
Sade. We go.
jump to
This
Sade.
this fair. This smack was definitely a build up.
Oh yeah, the smack was definitely built up. Absolutely, it was built up. Sade, what you say? I don't never remember hearing her. Like it wasn't like August. It wasn't a music rollout.
Hey, Sade, what do you have to say about that?
I don't remember that. Like I don't even remember her. So you just said it. To be honest,
But let's say it's true. Let's say Sade is actually 100% correct. Again,
right?
that's not the same thing. You coming kicking it with my son or my daughter means you're there as their friend, and because we move like a family, their family we accept into our family, and then you fucking with my wife. That's like somebody who you thought was your bro or your cousin or your nephew banging your wife. That's not the same as, oh well, I'm bringing my side piece on this trip.
Hold on, Sade had another comment. We're gonna keep her going. We're gonna keep her coming.
Oh, she right at you, cuz.
She's a model. Yeah, she's a model. But again, again, don't really know too much about it. So I can't say what she said or didn't say.
I will say, because she is my best friend in law, I feel like I have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
and I stay up on current events, especially
but Sade is really saying, though, like, so the whole Margot Robbie thing or whatever, it did come out, but it wasn't publicized as loud as August Alsina, right? It wasn't as loud as because August Alsina, he went to the right avenues of approach. Like, he went to, you know what I'm saying? He went to Angela Yee or whatever, right? He made a song with Rick about it or whatever. Crazy party, like Sade saying this now, right? Because Jada was like, the thing is, like, what goes on in your house, let's say, like, what's good for you and Todd, what's good for you and your wife, Nah, ain't the same as me and Twy. So, like we ain't always gonna be vibing on the same wavelength for everybody else. So, like, Jada might have been pissed, but you're like, hey, look, we've been doing it for 2 decades. Can't really get mad at it now. I'm just gonna do my thing. The issue was, like, I'm pretty sure at this point she just had enough. So she's like, yo, because I think even Jada was like, we went on a break. We went on a break. Like, hey, we both were pissed off at each other. We gonna go our separate ways. We didn't know that they went their separate ways.
But here's the thing, though. To go on her comment right here, like, but everybody was a part of the life. Like, everybody understood the life, except for August.
I'm about to say, did the kids know about their life?
Maybe they didn't.
Maybe they didn't.
Maybe they did. Who knows? Because they treat things pretty freely with the kids. So maybe they did.
Because I'm about to say, Jaden looked stupid, and then Willow, True, Jesus fix it. I wish Samantha would. Hey, well, anyway, but I just feel like,
I mean, in most cases, I agree with what Sade is saying. Nobody owes you nothing but your spouse.
Right.
But
we've been said that part. That part was been said.
But you're not going to be rocking on my type time because you kind of do owe me something because you was physically and mentally ill, and you literally directly benefited from my efforts, time wise and financial wise, to get better. So you kind of do. I feel like you kind of do. It's like if a guest is staying at your house and the guest sleep with your wife. Yeah, dog, you do owe me something because without me, you wouldn't have had no place to stay. Am I wrong? Am I bugging?
My thing is, like, August Alsina should be off limits. That's your son's friend. That's not Will's friend, even though it's even worse, but it's your son's friend. You a whole MILF out here.
Sure enough.
Like, that's bad. So, like, as Will as a man, any man, if your son, like, as a man, that would drive you nuts. Like, your wife cheated with your son's friend. Bruh, like, I don't care how much about that life you are. There's still parameters and boundaries in that life. Like, you can do your thing. You can pick the girl at the bar. I don't care as long as she not so, like, we ain't got no ties to her. That's the biggest issue. That was the biggest issue in this whole thing. Like, Will was upset. Like, yo, like, really? It's like what do you say? Sleeping with the help? Like, it's things you just don't do.
Or another comparison, because this didn't happen, but I wonder if people feeling like August didn't owe him nothing would have felt the same way about what's her name, Jordan Woods, if Will had started smacking that. I
Speak
wonder if
on
they
it.
would have had the same energy.
Speak on it.
Now we know it didn't happen, so of course we just speak
Right.
hypothetically. But I wonder if people would have just feeling the same as that, because it's like I said, the whole him being brought in was okay. That's his friend, and they recording together. But he stayed longer because they felt like he needed the help.
Hey, Shan. The homie Shan just jumped on. What's up, homie? Yeah, it was wild. It's just exactly what you said.
But to go back to Sade in this comment.
I know.
And so I agree with you, Sade, when you like.
But we said that in the beginning, though. Like we said
That's
that.
what I was saying, Sade, like, because like what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander. That goes back to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what me and Twala got going on might not be cool with everybody else. How we get down, whatever. So like, yeah, Jada owed Will explanation, absolutely. But my thing is, like, at the same time, once it goes public, right now at this point, now we sitting here looking like, yo, like the optics of it all from the outside, and then now because as a man, like you can handle like, hey, I'm pretty sure Will and Jada talked about it, like y'all. I think Nia said it earlier. I'm pretty sure they talked about it earlier. But the thing is, now I got TMZ, right? I got the Breakfast Club. I got all the major news outlets talk about what Jada did with August, who's attached to Jada, which is your
little podcast like us too, talking about it. Little podcast like us talking about it too.
Ain't nothing little about your podcast. We're not doing that.
That's why I say, like, this point now we have to address it publicly. Like, I'm coming at August. That's why I'm pretty sure that's why Jaden didn't say anything, because it's his friend.
Right.
Like, you at a point as you're the son and you old enough, you like, I kind of brought this dude in my mom's house or whatever.
See the comment that's on the screen? He went back to Chris and Will, just to show you. Okay. He just got on, so he wanted to leave a comment.
Oh, absolutely, I totally agree.
Yeah, we totally agree with that. My man, Darren DJ.
Hey, Sade, you still on though? How you feel about the slap?
Right. I mean, how y'all feel? Yeah, all the new people that joined, though. How y'all feel about the slap?
How y'all feel about the slap? Was it justified, Sade? Was it justified?
They say five. What did the five figures say to the face, baby?
I say it was justified, Sade.
How can you slap me? She cuts though.
You taking that? He took the L. He took all the L's. He's been taking the L's. He takes all the L's. She hasn't taken a L in this situation. Not a one. She hasn't taken a L publicly. He's taking every last one, from the memes to the jokes to everything. He takes all the L's.
To the face.
He's eating the L's and it's like, I'm good. I'm going to take them.
Nice and pause.
Right. Pause. He was taking them straight to the face. Pause.
Oh, shoot. Y'all funny. Hey, but. Hey, that's weird. Hey, that's what I was saying. I was like,
Me too.
Shawty, how you feel about the slap?
She said they said way worse to her face. I'm trying to think, like, what did they say to her face?
Right. I don't know.
I don't know. I missed that.
I don't remember. And I don't think Will was there. If Will was like standing right beside her, I don't remember. Honestly,
yeah, I don't know. That's information I ain't privy to.
That comment. Go that part. That would have never happened.
But again, he's a husband. He's supposed to be the protector. No.
I'm all for equal opportunity. You ain't gonna say I can't be the only ride or die. No, hell no. So hey, look,
you don't know what Jada would have did in that situation.
No. I'm saying you saying like she would never done for him. I totally agree. But my thing is like you can't sit here and say like he's the husband, he's supposed to react. No, because I tell you for sure, if somebody would have came at me, and for instance, right, I just got demoted. If somebody would have made a demotion joke in front of me, Charlie would have been on go. No questions asked. You can't choose who's ride or die.
We got a question.
You can't choose who the ride or die is though.
Yes, you can.
You can't. What? How's it ride or die a role?
All right, so before you answer that question, let me speak on this and let me speak the reality of it because again, we all three of us as husbands.
Thank you.
The reality of the situation is, as a husband, you still supposed to do what you're supposed to do with your wife. It's not conditional. It's not if she does right by me, I'm gonna do right by her. And this is not just a husband. This is a spouse. Period. As a spouse, you're supposed to do right by your spouse. Period. It'd have been great if your spouse does all the same great things for you. But if you're going to continue to stay with your spouse, you're supposed to be on 10 for your spouse every time out, 10 toes down, every time out. It doesn't matter that your spouse is not 10 toes down for you. No, just as a spouse, period. Now, of course, it's expected of a husband because these expectations that are on men. But just as a spouse in general, just because your spouse doesn't match up and do what they're supposed to do for you, it doesn't give you a pass to not do what you're supposed to do for them.
I wasn't saying that. That wasn't what I'm saying.
So wait, Sade, hold on. I'm about to go to Sade. I need to go to Sade real quick.
Hold on, real quick. What I'm saying.
Ooh.
What I have is you ride or die, regardless of like male, female, spouse. It's just spousal.
Facts.
That's non-negotiable. So my thing is like, I agree. Now we're talking about Jada. Jada wouldn't have rode for Will. Like she wouldn't have. Absolutely, she wouldn't have. She wouldn't have. That's a fact. But I'm saying though is first of all, either one or two things. Either we need to discuss the roles and responsibilities of a wife and a husband, or it's just like, hey, like you should already know, like your wife should have your back no matter what. If I'm punching, if I'm uppercutting, you come with a haymaker. That's the way it should be. At least that's what I was taught. I don't know if that's not the norm, but that's the way I was taught. So I don't understand this whole like a husband, it should be the only one to protect it because I got your back, you got my front. That's the way it should be.
Because of Flashlight's comment just now. That's why.
You got expected it, but that's the way it should be.
No. It's not expected. You got to keep that word that he used. Design.
Right. There you go. Thank you. I'm having some.
Maybe your
not designed to be
I'm saying to rock and roll with you. But I know when my fists go up, my wife's fist is going up too. If I got the gun, she got the boot. That's how we rock. So maybe that's just me in my household. But that I don't know.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm be honest with you, Jamar. I agree with you, and I understand that most people feel the way Flashlight feels, but the truth is that's not true. If you're talking about marriage, your wife is designed to, like you said, have your back. You have her front. She's your covering. She got whatever you don't see, whatever you can't handle. Now, it's just so, truth be told, even for the most part, men prefer they women not be in a protection role.
You see what he said? Protection is me. Protecting me is pulling me off him.
The crazy part is
that's true too. That's true too.
For protection, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even asking for protection. I'm just saying if we go to a public setting, I know that it ain't just gonna be me. We both will be in the getting down dirty. That's just the way I'm not asking for protection. I don't need protection.
Can we go back to Saturday question though? Because I really want to answer this question that she got up
there.
Why now?
Go ahead.
Why now? Let me. Why now? Why not now? Understand something. Why not now? That's his wife. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if they together, separated. That's still his wife. They're out at a public event. It is public. When you in public, y'all are a fucking team together. No matter if y'all talking, not talking, how you want to spin it, in public, y'all still a team. So if you're in public, and you disrespect my wife, you goddamn right I'm about to disrespect you. That's just what it is. And Shade, I understand what you're saying. Why now? But why not now? Why not now?
That was gonna be my answer too. Cause why not now? Because
the way she looked at him was like, "Yo, you my husband, you my protector. What you gonna do about this?"
Facts. But I think the other thing to keep in mind when she say why not, why now, and you had the perfect response. Why not now? Because let's just say that Will hasn't been a great husband, right? We don't know this. We don't know this to be true. So I'm not putting no smut on this man's name. Let me clarify that. But let's just say he hasn't protected her in the past. Does that mean he's not supposed to protect her now? If you've been fucking up and have not been protecting your wife as a husband for the entirety of your marriage, it does not mean you're supposed to carry that on.
It's not what you're supposed to carry on.
It means at some point you're supposed to get it together and be on your square. At some point you're supposed to draw the line and be like, nah, this is my wife. Game over. We not playing this shit no more.
So she came back with another comment. Let's see, because she's been his wife over 20 years.
She's saying the same thing basically.
They had much worse in
because the line has to stop somewhere. The line has to be.
But you gotta understand something. Exactly. The line has to stop somewhere.
I'm not sure who said it, but somebody said it was a buildup. And I think that's why now. Because it's a buildup. Like you said, he ain't let's say she's right. He ain't do nothing this whole time for over 20 years. After 20 years, you don't think something should change?
You some shit you can just let roll off your back too. And as a man, sometimes you just let shit roll. And he took a lot of the L's in this shit. But again, this is a family friend. Let's put the whole picture out there. This is a family friend making a joke about your wife and her condition. That's what changes the narrative about everything about this. It's not a blogger. It's not TMZ. It's not the random person or the Breakfast Club or any of them people that you don't really know. This is somebody who's been in your house. This is somebody who knows you. Y'all been on tour together. Y'all been on movie tours together. All that stuff. Somebody who knows you and they made the joke. You fucking right. I'm smacking the shit out of you. I'm smacking the shit out of you because you should fucking know better. As my friend, you should fucking know better. So that really shows me how much of friends we really are, and you broken bread in my house. Nah, yeah. Fuck all the other shit. Why not? Why now? No, yeah, today, right now. I'm gonna walk up on the stage, I'm gonna smack this living shit out of you. That's what's gonna happen.
Like I said, I don't know what that man knew and didn't know, because I know people who didn't know she had alopecia. I didn't know she had alopecia. Like I just kept seeing everybody speak about medical condition last night. And again, Chris Rock is not, I don't want to say he's not altogether to make it sound like there's something wrong with him, but he is somewhere along the spectrum. They haven't quite exactly diagnosed which level of Asperger's he's at yet. So details absolutely slip his mind. Right? So again, it's possible you could be right, and it's possible that he might not have had it on his mind at the time, which is why, like Jamar said, he kept saying it's a G.I. Jane joke, not a ball joke.
Right. I'm about to say that. I was definitely about to just say that part.
Because if he said, I'm just making a ball joke, then in that case, yes, I'm thinking that you know my wife is bald and you're making a ball joke knowing that might piss off, but you think you could do it because you're a comedian.
And you are a friend.
That's what I'm saying. Like he kept on saying.
So again, I just don't know if he was spiteful with that.
But if y'all know anything about, like, so I'm big on comedy. Like Chris Rock really don't. He's good on stand-ups and specials. He's not really good off the hip when it comes to
that's
jokes.
A fact.
Really, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows Chris Rock. He's not good off the hip. He good with common knowledge. But when he thought pinpoint stuff, he really off. Far off. So I was like, when he's like, it's a G.I. Jane joke, and I was just like, oh, he ain't know. Oh, he really didn't know. Well, now he do. Like it's really now he do.
You know now.
You know now. He
So
definitely
that's
know
why I'm
that.
like,
But
that's
honestly,
why I'm
even
like,
then,
I don't.
even with the slap. But you got to keep, and that's again why I thought that it wasn't on his mind. He did, or he might not have known, because even with getting slapped, he didn't react to it like, well, damn. I thought y'all cool about the situation now. It's like, well, why did you slap? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was confused. If y'all peep
Like
after he got snapped, he messed up the whole
fucking like,
announcement to the board. Like he
yeah,
still
he
wasn't
was
confused.
still in shock. Like, why did my friend slap me over a joke?
Right.
Yeah, and the crazy part, I was telling people, I was like, another thing, Will is not. It's not the first time Will's been in a room with a whole bunch of celebrities. He's heard all types of jokes. He's even hosted the BET Awards, and he had plenty of jokes to say to people. So he already knows how award shows get down.
Right.
Yeah, he already knows. Like,
Yeah, I think everybody's saying, "Oh, well, you can't make a joke at the Oscars." Yes, you do. That's why they hire comedians to host it. Like, cut it the fuck out.
You
yeah,
can make jokes. You can make jokes.
It's just the joke he made ended up being inconvenient.
I told him, I was like,
That's
rap
all.
is really joking about somebody being bald and you saying a cancer joke because and they got cancer or something like that or whatever. That's what he's like.
Right.
You gotta look. The only reason why it's a big because I'm like, bro, I know people. I got people in my family that have alopecia or whatever. And like it's not a big deal. The only reason why it's a big deal because Jada made it a big deal for her and she was insecure about it.
Right.
And she was like, because remember she had to, and the crazy part I was telling like everybody know Jada came in the game with the whole fade and the finger waves, right? So for her, like everybody's like, well, like she best around went back to the fade or whatever.
That's what I thought.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody like she went back to the fade. It's Jada, but because she's been like that before and she didn't have alopecia then, so like we were like, oh cool, like she went back to the fade. It is what it is. She looked like G.I. Jane back in the '90s and 2000s. Now in the 2020s, like she looked kind of funny. Like that's all. I agree with Sade on that part. I said that. I was like, I think she hiding something.
Maybe she is.
She got something from August. August sick, and she's sick is not a coincidence.
Hey yo,
I heard it here first.
Yo, he really said that. He really said that.
Hey yo.
Yo, Cuz really just said that. Yo, he really just said that. Like,
hey yo.
Listen,
Jabbar.
we gonna close this topic out, man.
What? It was getting good.
Yo,
Diagnosis.
yo, listen.
Oh my god.
Sade, now you up here with it. Now y'all put hey, look. All of a sudden you sick.
Oh my god. Y'all sick.
Yo, I can't, yo. Like, listen, I can't, yo. I can't.
All right. Listen. All right, put it like this. Magic Johnson took a picture of all them white girls on the beach. A couple months later, all of a sudden he has an announcement that he has HIV/AIDS.
Hey, come on, man.
Entanglement.
Listen.
Then you know, all of a sudden she cut off all her hair. I'm not saying she got that sugar booger, but hey, I'm just saying she got that.
Hey,
Yo, what is going on? Yo, I don't need you to drink before the
I'm right,
podcast.
if I'm right, y'all owe me a bottle. If I'm right, y'all owe me a bottle.
Yo, listen.
If I'm right, y'all owe me a bottle.
I need you to watch that Lakers show on HBO Max. I just need you to watch that. They talk about your man Magic all on there.
I know. I gotta watch that joint. I heard it's lit.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to watch that. I keep forgetting.
I watched all 4 episodes yesterday. It's still like it's a whole season, but I watched the first 4.
Hey, look, what I'm saying, Sade, what I'm saying is all of a sudden Jada got sick and August Alsina got sick.
Yeah, I can't.
And they had an entanglement and
I'm about to mute your motherfucking mic.
Not an entanglement transmitted disease, yo. Cut it out.
You on to something?
I'm about to mute his motherfucking mic.
Yo, I'm just saying.
Not an
pod today. Oh, yo, we definitely hear the pod today, though. We hear the pod today. This nigga wild.
This man accusing Jada of having an ETD.
Yo, these are all the thoughts. These are all the thoughts and words and comments of.
I knew I shouldn't have came on this bitch,
one.
man.
These are all the thoughts and comments of JB the Kid One. Yes, I'm looking at the microphone right now because I can't look at the screen. These are all the thoughts and comments of JB the Kid One. They are not the thoughts and comments of B&B on the clock as a show. I've
Or
agreed with
Two
that.
Kings
But
215 or
y'all
Life
were
Be Life
thinking it. Y'all ain't
podcast.
want to say it. Y'all were thinking it. Y'all were thinking
Nah,
it.
I was not. I
I
certainly
was
was
not.
not. I don't even know how you
I
ended
was
up
with
thinking it.
Sade. I was going cancer. I wasn't going where you was going. You know what?
Y'all left Earth. Y'all started talking
No,
about
he
disease and
left
she was
Earth.
higher than left me. Y'all
He
left
left
me
by
down here
himself.
on the ground.
He left by himself. I'm still
Okay.
in the ground with you. He left
Okay.
by himself.
I just found out she had alopecia. Y'all started talking about other shit.
I was going cancer. Cancer. That's all I was going. Cancer. I'm with Sade. I think it might be cancer. This nigga went to the whole booger sugar. Like, listen. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Niggas left
Listen.
Earth on.
Yeah, listen. But
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't even know if I want to even talk about
Yeah,
TV shows now. Like, I think we should end it right here. Like, this is where we need to end it right
You wild.
here.
Yep, we're gonna end it with entanglement transmitted diseases. That's what we're gonna.
Again, those are not the comments of B&B on the clock as a collective. They are the comments of JB the Kid 1 and JB the Kid 1 only.
Only.
Listen,
You
yo,
will not find that shit on 2 Kings
shit.
215 or Life Be Life.
Oh my God, man. Again, once again, Coach Nye, thank you for coming on, man. Thank you for coming on the show. My
Thank you
cousin,
for
my
having me,
fam, man. He is one of the hosts of Two Kings 215. They are in the middle of a transition of having a new host and everything, man. So let the people know about the show and where they can find y'all.
Big facts, big facts, big facts. So there's a saying we've been saying on the 2 Kings 215 to, you know how life just kind of throws curveballs at you and you got to roll with it. So we always say when shit happens like that, life just be life. And in the spirit of that, the spinoff podcast is entitled Life Be Life. Okay? LIFEBELIFING. So Misha, who was, a guest host, is now the co-host with me on Life Be Life. You know what I'm saying? We got the first episode out the way already. It's up on YouTube. You know what I mean? Check the link tree on our IGs. Again, that's Life Be Lifing on IG. You know what I mean? And still, go ahead, show the 2 Kings 215 love. 2 Kings, that's with a Z, 215. You know what I'm saying? On IG.
So the new show is called Life Be Life, and I didn't peep that that's what the new show was
Yes,
called. I
sir.
didn't
Hey,
peep that.
hey, now everything makes sense because remember I was like, "Who the hell is Life Be Life?"
Right.
I
Yeah.
was like,
Makes
"Wait,
perfect sense.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure, you know what I mean, now that we got the new YouTube page up, I wanted to make sure that, you know what I mean, connect our pages so, you know what I'm saying, y'all can see I was
Right.
giving y'all the play on there, and then y'all go ahead and follow
We
back, you know, all that type of thing. Make
we
it easy for
got
you.
you. We definitely got you. We
Make
definitely
it
got you.
easy for you.
Black Podcasters Network, you know, this is where we at, man.
Facts.
man."
Facts. Glad
So,
Podcast Avengers, you feel me?
exactly. Cuz I'm gonna get you out of here, man. You want to say anything else to the folks before you leave?
Nah, man, just make sure y'all stay in tune with B&B on the clock, man. Thank y'all guys for having me.
All right, cuz we holler at you later. Yo, this was a great show, my man. Listen, for everybody that watched, man, thank you for all the comments that came in today, man. We greatly appreciate y'all, man. Sade, that was a hell of a conversation with you, Sade. My man DJ, man, thanks for jumping on after you got right off your flight. My guy, Big Russ, my homie, my fam, man. Thanks for getting on as well. Swalla, cuz, I love you. Thanks for getting on the show today. That was definitely different having you comment on the show. Little man, little bro, thanks for getting on. Hey, bro, I see your little comment. I didn't throw you on the screen, but I got you right there. Got you, little bro. You on the show. Jamar, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Um,
You said a lot today.
I did, and I stand by it 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, nah, for real though, I just, I love to talk, and I just love when people get in here and put their own perspectives on everything, or whatever. It was good. This was a big moment, or whatever, what I'm saying, in the black community. And I just wanted to see where everybody's mind was. I'm glad everybody hopped on. I love going live because
Yes.
I get to get people, that are like literally just scrolling down. They see the live, and they get to see who actually be tuning in. I try to do my personal messages. I send personal messages to everybody that tune in or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all love, and I appreciate the support. Y'all actually hitting the view button and get our views up, whatever. But I just want to make sure you guys are following us because like I ain't there yet. Hey, Rev, you know
He
me.
close
I ain't
though. He close though.
I ain't gonna lie, I can't even get drunk off of Casamigos, but I will be able to speak a little bit more freer though. I'll say that. My liquid courage game is all the way up. But no, I appreciate everybody tuning in though. Like I really do appreciate support. We're gonna try to get these episodes out weekly. And yeah, man, I just appreciate all the love and support. And just tune in. We already tell y'all where we located already and all that good stuff. So boom, we there.
All right, man. Once again, man, thanks for everybody that tuned in today to B&B on the clock, man. I'm your coach, Coach Raj. That's my co-host, my guy, my cousin, my fam, JB the Kid One. Man, we would like to thank y'all for watching. And y'all can follow us everywhere, man. We on all streaming platforms. You can find us on Anchor, Breaker, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. We there, man. This is B&B on the clock. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter. Man, you name it, we there, man. Listen, we growing as a show. I hope y'all stay tuned in. I hope y'all keep watching. Unc, we see you, Unc. Well, your pop, my Unc, we see him. Thanks for tuning in today. For everybody that tuned in, for everybody that commented, man, we greatly appreciate it. We thank y'all. We will see y'all next week. We'll be back on the clock then. See y'all later. Jamar, hit them with it.
Peace.